Straight back to the top of the news bulletin now. That news that 11 Israeli hostages freed on Monday night in return for 33 Palestinian prisoners. That ceasefire deal then extended for at least 48 hours. Leo, how are the press reacting on both sides of the divide?
Yeah, Stuart, I'll start with the Jerusalem Post. You can see their front page this morning, 11 more hostages freed as Gaza war still on hold. Of course, as you say, that ceasefire extended by another 48 hours. One of those they focus on their front page is 84-year-old Elma Abraham. She was released on Sunday. They say she's fighting for her life. She was rushed straight to hospital after being released by Hamas. According to doctors, Abraham had a pre-existing condition which wasn't treated properly while she was in captivity, but no such complaints for 9-year-old Ohad Munda. One of his friends visited him in hospital, said he's emotionally strong. He can still solve a Rubik's Cube in less than a minute. Let's cross the divide to the Arabic world. Some of their papers. This is the front page of Al Akbar, a Lebanese paper this morning. V for victory. They say that the extension of the truce allows the Palestinian resistance to consolidate the image of victory. I'll finish with Arab News, which is a London-based publication. They show a rare moment of joy. These children from Gaza enjoying a moment of fun while their parents try to buy the bare essentials thanks to that ceasefire.
Let's go back to Israel now, this next story. The visit of the world's richest man. It's certainly causing a stir there, isn't it?
It's causing a stir indeed. We can see the front page of the Financial Times this morning. The world's richest man, as you say, Elon Musk, currently in Israel. He's had meetings with Isaac Herzog, the president, and of course, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. But it comes just a few weeks after he was embroiled in an anti-Semitism row, after he agreed with a post on X, which of course is his own platform, that claimed Jewish communities have been pushing hatred against whites for years. He's received a lot of backlash from that, and it's led to this Haaretz article this morning, where they certainly don't mince their words. They say Israel's repulsive embrace of Elon Musk is a cynical betrayal of Jews, dead and alive. It goes on to say that welcoming the mogul with open arms and taking him around the sites of the massacres should be a stain on Netanyahu's legacy. This piece goes on to call the PM a sycophant. The article ends by saying that this latest transgression should be added to the growing list of failures associated with tragedies within the last 8 weeks.
Well, let's move away from the Middle East now, over to Myanmar. The ruling military junta there is under increased pressure. What's this about?
Yeah, so this has been going on for over a month now. An armed alliance of 3 ethnic minority groups launched an offensive against the military junta in October. I'll show you this from The Diplomat. The latest Myanmar resistance claim a 4th Chinese border gate. Strategically, it's an important move as it chokes commerce routes for an already cash-strapped junta. The fighting has battered Myanmar's already struggling economy. There is speculation as well, according to this, that the operation has been unofficially endorsed by Beijing, although they're officially allies with the junta. The UN estimates that as many as 120,000 people, mostly Chinese, have been trafficked into slavery by crime syndicates in Myanmar, and something Beijing thinks the junta hasn't done enough to combat. I'll show you a Guardian piece who say that the Myanmar military, the generals, are in trouble. They call the progress made by the armed groups a stunning success and a humiliating blow to opposition, to the army, and a boost to opposition morale. For the first time, they say, many people in Myanmar are envisioning a future, however distant, without the generals. Few think that they can remove the generals quickly or easily, even if they can eventually be ousted. The country would face a deeply uncertain future. But for now, this piece says the pressure on the military must be stepped up.
Leo, I'm going to get my drum kit out once again on the programme. Little flurry, should we say. Leo's going to tell us what the word of the year is.
Well, thanks for the excellent drum roll. I'm ready to reveal that the word of the year, according to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, is authentic. This is the announcement. They say there was a substantial increase in online searches this year. It comes, of course, as AI becomes more powerful. It becomes harder to know what is real and what isn't. One of the runners-up was actually deepfake, very much along those same lines. Others include indict, which saw a surge in interest, of course, thanks to Mr. Donald Trump. Coronation was also high on the list. Some of the other most searched words this year include Riz, which, Stuart, after our last press review, you now know all about. Implode. after the submersible implosion earlier this year. An EGOT. Do you know what an EGOT is, Stuart?
An EGOT?
EGOT.
Sounds like a little fluffy thing in Star Wars to me.
It's not quite.
Almost.
It's not quite. It's someone who's won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar and a Tony. Viola Davis did it earlier this year. So that's why it was searched so much. So I haven't won any of them yet, but there's still time.
It's still got time, yeah, exactly. I didn't know anyone had ever won all of them. That's very impressive. Leo McGuinn is the next contender. You never know, one day.